Welcome to BookWiz. If you're looking to understand the deeper connections between your mind and money, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the physiology of money, a book that explores the psychology of money and how our emotions and mental habits play a massive role in shaping our financial decisions. But before we dive into the core concepts of this book, let me tell you this: pay attention and stay focused. The insights we'll discuss today are packed with valuable information that could help you make smarter choices and potentially increase your wealth. Whether you're trying to get out of debt, save for the future, or make your money work harder for you, this video has something for you. So, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's get started. Part 1: The Nature of Money. In the first part of the physiology of money, the book dives into one of the most fascinating aspects of money: its nature. Money, on the surface, may seem like a simple concept, a tool for exchange, but it's much more complex when you consider how our brain reacts to it. The illusion of control and ownership. Money is often seen as a source of control and freedom, but psychologically, it has a powerful hold over our emotions. When we make a purchase, we feel a sense of ownership, and that brings us a rush of dopamine. But this feeling is short-lived, and over time, we may feel regret or anxiety, especially if the purchase wasn't aligned with our values or needs. Example: think of the last time you bought something on sale. Maybe it was a designer jacket, or perhaps an expensive gadget you didn't truly need. In the moment, the excitement of the purchase gave you a temporary sense of pleasure. However, later on, you might have felt a pang of guilt or regret, realizing that the purchase didn't add lasting value to your life. Tip: a key takeaway from this part of the book is to practice mindfulness when it comes to spending. Ask yourself, is this purchase really necessary? And how will it benefit me in the long term? Slowing down your decision-making process helps prevent impulsive spending and leads to better financial decisions. The power of scarcity. One fascinating concept discussed in this section is the psychology of scarcity. When we feel like something is limited, whether it's money, time, or resources, we become more focused on it, and it becomes even more desirable. This principle is often used by marketers to push us toward impulsive buying. Example: think about limited time offers or while supplies last sales. These tactics are designed to trigger our fear of missing out, FOMO, prompting us to buy quickly. The book emphasizes how this psychological trick can cause us to make decisions based on emotion rather than logic. Tip: be aware of this psychological trick and learn to detach yourself from the urgency of limited time offers. Remember, if something is truly valuable to you, you can wait and make a thoughtful decision. Part 2: Money and Happiness. One of the most common beliefs people have is that more money leads to more happiness. However, the physiology of money challenges this assumption, revealing that the relationship between money and happiness is far more nuanced than we realize. The paradox of wealth. The book highlights research that shows the diminishing returns of happiness as income increases. The initial boost in happiness from money is substantial, especially when it helps meet basic needs. But beyond a certain point, additional wealth does not lead to significant increases in happiness. Example: studies have shown that people who earn enough to cover their basic needs and enjoy some comforts like vacations or dining out report similar levels of happiness as those with far higher incomes. For instance, a middle-class person may experience as much joy from a weekend getaway as a millionaire might from a luxury vacation. Tip: instead of constantly chasing higher earnings, focus on finding contentment with what you have. True happiness often comes from gratitude and satisfaction with life, not from constantly striving for more money. Materialism versus fulfillment. The book also explores how materialism, constantly pursuing money and possessions, can actually lead to less happiness. People who are driven by material goals tend to feel less fulfilled and more anxious about maintaining their wealth and possessions. Example: consider the lifestyle of someone who works constantly, accumulating wealth and expensive items, but finds little time for meaningful relationships or personal growth. Over time, this person might feel lonely and disconnected, despite their financial success. Tip: shift your focus from material wealth to personal fulfillment. Invest in experiences, relationships, and passions that bring you true happiness, rather than just accumulating things. Part 3: The Dangers of Risk and the Comfort Zone. The book emphasizes that a healthy relationship with risk is crucial for financial growth. Our brains are wired to avoid risk, and often, our fear of loss outweighs the potential for gain. However, avoiding risk entirely can be just as damaging to our financial future. The psychology of risk aversion. Humans have an innate fear of losing what we already have, and this plays a significant role in how we approach financial decisions. The book explains that risk aversion, our tendency to avoid risks in favor of keeping the status quo, can prevent us from seizing opportunities for growth. Example: many people avoid investing in the stock market because they fear the possibility of losing money. This fear keeps them from taking advantage of the long-term growth potential that investing can offer. Tip: while it's important to be cautious with your money, don't let fear paralyze you. Start by learning about low-risk investment options or creating a diversified portfolio. Over time, you can take on more risk as you gain confidence and experience. The comfort zone trap. The comfort zone, while providing a sense of safety, can be a trap for financial growth. People often stick to what they know, such as staying in a stable but low-paying job because it feels secure, even though it may limit their financial potential in the long run. Example: a person might stay in a job they don't enjoy because it offers a steady paycheck. But by not seeking new opportunities or developing new skills, they limit their potential for career advancement and financial growth. Tip: don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Whether it's pursuing a new career, starting a side hustle, or investing in new opportunities, embracing change is key to building wealth. Part 4: The Influence of Environment. Our environment plays a significant role in shaping our financial habits and attitudes. Whether it's the people we interact with or the media we consume, the influence of external factors on our financial decisions is often underestimated. In The Physiology of Money, the book explores how surrounding ourselves with certain influences can either help or hinder our financial progress. Social proof and peer influence. One of the most powerful ways our environment impacts our financial behavior is through social proof. We often look to others for guidance on how to behave, including how to spend, save, or invest. If you're constantly surrounded by people who are lavish spenders, you might feel pressured to keep up with them, even if it goes against your financial goals. Example: think about a time when you made an impulse purchase because a friend or colleague bought something similar. You may have felt the pressure to match their spending habits to fit in, even though it wasn't aligned with your own needs or goals. Tip: surround yourself with financially responsible people who inspire you to make better choices. The people you spend the most time with can influence your mindset and habits more than you think. If possible, join communities or groups focused on personal finance, investing, or wealth building. Media and consumer culture. The media and advertising industry have a huge impact on how we perceive money and what we believe is necessary to live a fulfilling life. From TV commercials to social media ads, the constant bombardment of messages telling us to spend money on the latest products can cloud our judgment. Example: social media influencers often showcase their luxurious lifestyles, promoting high-end products and services that create a sense of FOMO, fear of missing out. While this may seem harmless, it can lead to the belief that we need to spend money on these items to be happy or successful. Tip: be mindful of the media you consume. Curate your social media feed to follow accounts that promote financial wisdom and success stories that resonate with your goals. Try to limit exposure to content that encourages unnecessary spending. Environmental triggers for spending. Our environment doesn't just influence us through social media or peers, it also affects us physically. For example, being surrounded by constant advertisements or even visiting shopping malls can trigger the desire to buy things we don't need. These environmental triggers can lead to impulse spending and financial stress. Example: consider how you feel when you walk into a high-end store or an outlet mall. The environment is designed to make you feel like you need to purchase something. The store layout, the colors, the music, all of these elements are designed to make you spend. Tip: create an environment that supports your financial goals. If you find yourself constantly bombarded by ads or tempted by stores, take a step back and reconsider your surroundings. If needed, take a break from shopping malls or reduce the time spent in environments that encourage overspending. Part 5: Long-Term Financial Habits. In the final part of the book, The Physiology of Money emphasizes the importance of developing long-term financial habits that can provide lasting wealth and financial freedom. These habits aren't quick fixes, they are consistent actions that, over time, compound and grow. The power of consistency. Building wealth isn't about making one big lucky break. It's about small, consistent actions over time. The book teaches us that success in money management comes from habits like saving a portion of your income regularly, investing in assets that appreciate, and avoiding lifestyle inflation. Example: let us say you start saving $100 a month and invest it in an index fund. While $100 might seem small at first, over the course of a year, and especially over several decades, this amount compounds into significant wealth, especially when you factor in the average returns of the stock market. Tip: start small, but be consistent. Automate your savings and investments so that you don't have to think about it. The more you can make these habits automatic, the easier it will be to stick to them. Avoiding lifestyle inflation. As your income grows, it's natural to want to increase your lifestyle, whether it's buying a bigger house, driving a more expensive car, or taking lavish vacations. However, this can be a dangerous trap, as it can prevent you from building wealth in the long run. Example: a person who gets a raise might be tempted to upgrade their lifestyle immediately by buying more expensive things or living in a bigger house. While this might seem satisfying in the short term, it often leads to financial stress in the long run because they are not saving or investing enough. Tip: keep your lifestyle consistent even as your income grows. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy the fruits of your labor, but try to allocate a portion of your income to long-term investments, such as retirement savings or real estate, rather than spending it all on luxury items. Financial independence and long-term planning. The book concludes by stressing the importance of long-term financial planning and the pursuit of financial independence. While it's tempting to focus on short-term rewards, true wealth building happens when you set long-term goals and make smart financial decisions that align with those goals. Example: consider someone who starts investing for retirement in their 20s, contributing to an IRA or 401k. By the time they reach 60, their investments have compounded, and they can retire comfortably without worrying about money. Tip: set long-term financial goals and regularly assess your progress. Whether it's saving for retirement, buying a home, or achieving financial independence, having clear goals helps guide your decisions and keep you motivated. Conclusion: to wrap up, The Physiology of Money reveals that understanding the psychological aspects of money can be just as important as understanding the practical aspects. From how our brains react to financial decisions, to the influence of our environment, and the importance of building consistent habits. This book offers powerful insights for anyone looking to take control of their finances. As we discussed today, it's not about getting rich quick, it's about making informed decisions, avoiding emotional spending, and creating long-term habits that lead to financial independence. So, remember, wealth building is a journey, and by starting with small, consistent actions, you can create a future where money works for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. We've got many more insights coming your way here at BookWiz. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.